Hello guys, and welcome to the first tutorial from Riverside X Studios. My name is Will, and in today's tutorial I'm going to help you organize your mixing workflow in Logic Pro X. So as you can see in the arrangement window here, I have all of my tracks, and if you haven't done this already and you'd like to know, if you go to the top right corner of the toolbar, what you need to do is go into all files and you'll see your main folders here. You also might want to hit the home button, which will bring you to all of these folders. So I like to keep my stuff in music. What you want to do is find your folder, click on it, and then you're going to highlight all of these individual stem files and drag them into the arrangement window. And I've already got mine in there, but if you haven't, all you would do is just click on Use Existing Tracks and hit the OK button. Since I've done that already, I'm going to move forward. So, first things first is you want to make sure that each individual track is named properly and is actually what it is. So if you have a clap, make sure that it is named a clap. Seems pretty obvious, guys, but sometimes what happens is you'll name something a different name and then it's going to confuse you. So if you want to know how to name your tracks, obviously preview it first. So if I create this to be solo, and then I'm just going to listen and see. Okay, I know that's a clap. Alright, so you double click on there and you just type in what it is. So obviously I've done it already, but it's a clap. Okay. Next thing that you want to do, guys, is you want to find out your project's tempo. Now, if you don't know how to do that in Logic, I'm going to show you quickly. What you're going to want to do it on is something like a kick, something with a fast attack and nice transients so that it will detect it. Create a loop and then click on the track and go to Audio Effects, go to Metering and go to BPM Counter. And then all you need to do is hit the space bar, let it play for a while, and Logic will detect the tempo of the track. Okay, it's done it pretty quickly, and we found out it's 87, and it has changed it to 87. If it doesn't, then you can go and click on the BPM and just type it in. And there we have it. It's very important to have your project synced to the tempo, especially if you want to loop certain parts or you might want to chop. This is the best thing to do. So, next thing is we want to then group all of our elements of the mix together. And the way I like to do it is first group my drums, my instruments such as synths, keyboards, etc., bass, and if you have any effects in the track, and also if you have any vocals. So easiest way to do that is once you've named each individual track is just click on them and make them all together. So put my snare with the kick, another kick there, another kick there too, hi-hat, snare roll, percussion, and there we have it. So all of my drum tracks are now together. Also put the snares together too, and there we have it. Then I'm going to put all of my instruments together in the arrangement window, and all you're doing is just putting them next to each other, and I'll show you why in a moment. Okay, and then I have my bass at the bottom, which is perfect. So now if I click into the mixer by hitting the X button, you can now see that all of the drum elements are grouped together in the mixer or next to each other. All of the instruments are together, and finally all the basses are. That's great. Next thing I like to do, and you can do this in Logic, it's really helpful, is you can create an icon for each track element. So if you've got a kick drum, you right click and you've got all these images here. I can go and use a kick drum. And I'm now going to do this for each element. So in my track I've got 3 kicks, so I'm going to put 3 kick drum icons, my snare, And you can fast forward this bit, guys, but I am going to be doing all of them just to show you. Okay, so these are the icons that I've used for my tracks. Obviously I've got a double bass icon there for my bass. It doesn't matter if it's a sub bass as long as you know that icon is a bass. Again, if I go into my mixer window, you can see it makes it a whole lot easier. So not only are my relevant tracks together, but they've also got icons here too. The next thing that I like to do is colorize elements together. So for my drums, what I'm going to do is highlight each and every one of the drum elements so that they're all highlighted. Right click on any one of them and go to show hide colors, and for this purpose I'm going to colorize my drums yellow. Now for all my instruments, I'm going to highlight them all. Right click again, show hide colors, and make them this type of pinkish purple color. And finally, for this purpose, I will colorize my basses red. And there we have it. So straight away, when you're in the arrangement window, you can see what everything is. So all your drums are together in yellow, all your instruments are together in that color there, pink, purple, and at the bottom, the basses are in red. And also, if you go into your mixer window by hitting X, you want to do the same thing for your mixer tracks. So if you highlight all of the drums and then right click on the kick, assign a channel strip color, same one, yellow, then just use the direction button and just keep colorizing them. And then obviously for the lead, for the instruments, we're using this color here, and then for the bass, red. So you're just right clicking on that, assign a channel strip color, and then moving along and then colorizing each one so that it's in correlation to what's going on in the arrangement window. And next thing, track stacks. This is where we can also collapse all of these tracks into a folder, which is perfect for mixing, because if you're mixing like 40 tracks, there's going to be loads on the screen, and sometimes you have to really zoom out to see them all. What we're going to do in this case is highlight, for example, all of our drum elements. Okay, rather than doing that, my bad, what we're going to do is actually select each drum element, and you can hold down and shift button will do the job. And once you have them all highlighted, right click on any one and create a track stack. Press create, and now it will group all of the drum elements into this stack here, and you can also create an icon for that and go ahead and name it drums. Same again for all the instruments. Create a track stack, create, and name it instruments. And obviously create an icon again. And finally, for the bass, create a track stack and name it bass. And it's also the same color as what we colorized all of the bass elements and instruments. Now straight away, this will really help you guys mix faster. It will just speed up the process, you know. And if you want to go into the arrangement window and start mixing your drums, you just open up this bit here, and then you can just start working on the drum elements. And then once you finish with that, you can then go into your instruments, etc. So I hope this tutorial was helpful, guys. Please hit the thumbs up button if you've enjoyed it. Leave a comment if you have any questions or want to share some love. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel for very regular uploads. Hope it's helped, guys, and see you again.